News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Denise Pellegrini. Some possible changes, big ones, brewing at the State Department. A draft Trump administration executive order circulating among U.S. diplomats proposes a radical reduction to and restructuring of the State Department. That is according to a copy of the document seen by Bloomberg. If implemented, it would be one of the biggest reorganizations of the department since its founding in 1789. The 16-page draft has been spread among diplomats around the world, according to sources, and the order would eliminate dozens of positions and departments. Could be another volatile week on Wall Street with investors skittish about tech and tariffs. The International Monetary Fund will release new economic forecasts day after tomorrow. They are expected to show a markdown in growth projections and an increase in inflation forecasts for some countries. Dan Ives, managing director, Wedbush Securities, calls it a tough time because of the trade war, especially between the U.S. and China.
It's the scariest time that I've ever seen, especially for tech investors.
Ives is managing director at Wedbush Securities. Intel and Tesla among the companies reporting quarterly results this coming week. Netflix will be closely watched on Wall Street tomorrow when trading resumes in the U.S. after the long holiday weekend. It beat quarterly results and came out with a bullish outlook after the close of trading Thursday, going into the long holiday weekend. Peter Supino of Wolfe Research says Netflix outlook beat his forecast. He says the ad tier plans are big and could be profitable. And he also says the premium ad free tier will stay with us.
So long as customers want to pay a premium to experience Netflix without ads, Netflix will be happy to charge them for the privilege. Nobody will escape advertising on sports, of course.
Supino of Wolfe Research there. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is accusing Russia of creating a false appearance of honoring an Easter ceasefire. He says Moscow continued to launch attacks overnight, even after Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a unilateral weekend truce in Ukraine. Zelensky calling on Russia to extend a truce for 30 days starting at midnight.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona Pasqua.
Pope Francis making a brief appearance this Easter Sunday to bless the thousands of people in St. Peter's Square, drawing cheers and applause as he continues his recovery from a near-fatal bout of double pneumonia. The Mass delegated to another cardinal, the Pope's message, freedom of religion and respect for the view of others. Vice President J.D. Vance met briefly with Pope Francis today to exchange Easter greetings. Vance and the Vatican got into a long-distance tangle earlier over the Trump administration's migrant deportation plans. Vance also met with Vatican officials yesterday after the flap about migrants and human rights. Vance's office says migrant policy was not discussed yesterday. The Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to roll back its decision from early morning yesterday to block the deportation of Venezuelans to a notorious prison in El Salvador. The Trump administration calls the order overbroad and premature, saying the detainees' lawyers were wrong to turn to the Supreme Court without giving lower courts time to rule. Capital One Financial has received approval from U.S. regulators to buy Discover Financial, creating the nation's biggest credit card issuer by loan volume. The deal, valued at $35 billion, expected to close May 18. Humanoid robots taking part in a race in Beijing billed as the world's first humanoid marathon. Jiang Zhejuan is founder of Noetics Robotics.
The biggest challenge for us is the reliability and endurance of our robots.
The event, a testament to China's ambition to lead the world in the development of advanced tech, but only 4 of 21 of the robots completed the race within the allotted 4 hours. The winner, Tiangong Ultra, finishing the 13-mile course in 2 hours and 40 minutes, far behind the human gold medalist. It was developed by Beijing-based X-Humanoid. Overall, there were multiple accidents and dropouts throughout the race. And that's News When You Want It with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Denise Pellegrini, and this is Bloomberg.